One two one two. Check 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Could everybody hear me out there? I know y'all just joining and just coming in. Can y'all hear me out there? If you can't hear me out there, can you see me out there? What's up, everybody? This is Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is No Filter. Earlier we did the Outspoken with Kareem Johnson show. Tonight is No Filter. And this is not, don't get it twisted, this is not a gossip show. We're not going to gossip. We're not going to do that. But we are going to talk about, I keep saying we, but y'all keep saying me. So let's just make it plain for y'all. I'm saying we because I'm not alone tonight. Introduce yourself to the people.
Salute, salute, salute. Kareem Blizz Johnson, East New York finest. East New York's finest. Pen workmen, stand up, night your houses. Brooklyn and y'all in effect. Brooklyn and y'all in effect. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows all things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Salute, I love my comrade. What's good? What's going on? I'm on No Filter tonight. What's
Yeah, there's no filter tonight. So again, this is we're not here to gossip. We're here to make it plain about, this is really an ode to black women, and from my point of view, ode to black women, or how society, industry is pressuring women to do things to themselves to look a certain way, or do things to themselves, pressuring them, and then when they do certain things or don't do certain things, this is the consequence of it. So you hit me up and you told me about this topic. I didn't really know too much about it.
Yeah.
What happened with Lizzo?
Well, she had another breakdown.
Mm.
Well, I don't want to say it's a supposed reach out, but she's continuously shown that she has some type of mental imbalance where she lets it out publicly on social media, you know, to a detriment almost, because we know how cruel social media can be. And I believe when people do that, they only put fuel to the fire, because now you showing people that you really have a concern, that you really listen to some of the most heinous shit that comes around or that may fall into your lap on social media, you know? I watched it, you understand? Because it was moving and it was going viral. So I wanted to hear exactly what she had to say and where she's at mentally when it comes to the trappings of being a public person. Like, you signed up for this. You may not have signed up for the hate. You may not have signed up for some of the critiques that you get, which is unfair from people who are not professional in the entertainment field. Like, she gets critiqued by some people who are in the conscious community, who really have no skill other than research, study, articulation, which in itself could be a skill, but most of them ain't beating on no drums. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are not, proficient in creating a sound. Most of them are not proficient at singing and dancing and entertaining. But she wearing those critiques, not only from her appearance, but for her craft. And these breakdowns are disturbing, And I'm trying to figure out why there's no help. Again, we are always left out on our own when we enter that entertainment industry, when we enter the devil's playground. You know what I'm saying? That cesspool of bullshit. Our artists seem to not have a team that is there for their mental and physical well-being. Their team is only there to make sure they generate enough income for that machine. So, I watch these people. I watch them, especially when it comes to our Black women. And when they make certain statements about their appearance. Now, this one, she concentrated on the fat shaming. And my thing is, when you have exposed so much of yourself, when you allow that to be part of your, not only your act, but your presentation to the world, and if you weren't comfortable with it, I don't think you should have done it to that degree. We've had many plus size women in the industry become successful without exposing so much of themselves. So you had to be prepared for some type of backlash, right? Just like me. If I never felt comfortable laying it all out on the line about my past, about who I was and what I used to do, then I would have never said it.
Mm.
And whatever you find out and research about me, then so be it. But I'm comfortable with it. A lot of people don't agree with my chosen form of hustle, the way I got money. A lot of people don't agree with it at all. I hear a lot of people come at me for it, but I'm good with it. I expose it, so I have to embrace the good as well as the bad that come with it and be able to stand tall on it. You won't see me breaking down.
Let me ask you
Right? Talking
something,
about
but let me ask you something. How much responsibility should she take for the criticism? I mean, let's think about it, man. If you got your ass out, even if you got a nice ass, even if it's even if it's you know, if you got an orca ass, a nice ass, whatever, people still gonna comment because that's what you gave them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't give you these shades and then be like, yo, people just be like, yo, your shades is ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people gonna have an opinion. I just gotta tune it out. Good thing that I got a platform where you say something I don't like, I could just block you. I could block you on social media. I could block you. Now, what I don't understand is that, you know, you took on the plus size girl. You took that on, right? You took on the plus size girl. You took on the twerking. You took on all these things. And to a certain extent, that's what got you popping. And you know what's crazy? She's actually a pretty girl. She actually is a pretty girl.
I
You
don't
know?
think, I'm telling you, I don't find nothing unattractive about her. I just don't.
I don't like
So
the way
when,
she dresses though. The way she should.
yeah, well,
That's
fuck, she
what's.
just ain't got no style.
But look
I
though.
mean, so we got a different gaze for it because we came up in the era where we seen the flies of the fly. You know how our chicks used to be on the hip hop tip. You know how our boosting chicks used to be. So we know a woman with style. So yeah, she corny. As far as her clothes, her gut tight, she corny.
But the
But
point,
that
but I'm just
goes.
saying her clothes, and when she wears, when she doesn't wear a lot of clothes. I'm not saying that she has to. It's not that she should cover herself up, but you know, like to hide herself. But you expose yourself. So if you know you got a fat roll, you can't say, you can't get mad when somebody say, yo, you got a fat roll. You know, like, listen, we all know ourselves. We know we got pimples. Some of us, you know, if your teeth is crooked, whatever's going on, you know, right? So when you put it out there to the world, and this became a part of your marketing campaign, if this
Right.
became a part of your marketing campaign, then you can't actually complain and get mad when people actually criticize what you put out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so again, we all go through things in our personal life, our private life. Sometimes I want to come on social media to my audience and say, yo, this is what's happening in my life. But then I know it's going to be 50 videos, people trying to exploit and expose what's going on when you actually exposed yourself, you know? So again, you have to be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. Now, look at Monique on the flip side. Remember, Monique was the hero of the big girls. Oh, I hate you skinny bitches, you
Right.
skinny bitch, you skinny bitches. But come to find out, that was a part of the act. And she owned it, and then she lost weight. You understand what I'm saying? She's still not the smallest person, but she's smaller. What I'm saying with Lizzo is that if this is what you do, if this is how you came in the game, this is how you earned your money, this is what people know you for, yo, just stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Just stand on it, because you act like every now and again you embrace it. I'm
Right.
twerking, I'm doing this, I don't care. I'm a BB, beautiful black woman. I don't care who like it. But then the next, somebody say one thing and it rattle you. Yo, you can't be in the position that you in, that you put yourself in, and then get rattled. You can't do it either, because look, let's just be real. If your only problem is your weight,
Right.
that's a quick fix. Now, if somebody say you ugly or you unattractive or something, that's
That's
perception.
different.
But that's
Right. Or you have
perception
no
though.
talent.
Yeah.
That's different. Right. But they're not saying that. She's talented. She's beautiful. So you going into the fat shaming thing. Now, again, if you're comfortable with it, it shouldn't be busting you down like that. I see plenty in the streets of BK that are way, way bigger than she is, and wear much less.
But fat.
And they in it.
But my thing
They
is,
going through it.
yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
They in the public.
But what tripped me out, right, is that like when did people become so sensitive to that? Yo, if but listen, I'm just be honest. Yo, you fat. When listen, I'm somebody who was 300 pounds. So when people used to say, yo, big man, the big dude, of course I used to be offended by it. I didn't like it. I just didn't like those titles. I didn't like, yo, the heavyset kid, yo, the stocky dude. Yo, I never liked that. I even when women used to be like, oh, you my big teddy bear. I'm like, teddy bear? I'm a grizzly. What you talking about? I ain't no soft and cuddly dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grizzly. Like, but you are what you are. Now, one day again, I got up and I said, yo, nah, I don't want to be the big dude. I don't want to be, the heavy set kid. I don't want to do that. Even though I never got criticized, but I didn't like the labels that came with it. And I also
right. Well, they don't criticize men to that degree.
No, but I never owned it.
Right?
Though. But I never owned it though. I never owned it. She owns it though. You understand what I'm saying? She owns it.
Well, Fat Joe used to own it. And look,
he back
he
fat
lost
again.
That shit.
And he back no, he didn't. He back Fat Joe again. He just not as big.
But again, he owned. And look, did we see Action Bronson? You seen him lately?
I don't pay attention to that kid. I'm gonna be real with you. I
well,
don't like
all these dudes. I'm just saying that men don't do it like that. Even
Rick
these
Ross.
new dudes, Timberland was doing it. Rick,
yeah.
All men don't get that. So I get it as far as a female in the industry. Right now, I would even ask: Is health the issue? Because it appears not to be. She can perform, she can do the dancing, she could play an instrument. So her wind game is up, her vocals are up. So I don't think that the weight is a health issue in that sense. Because shit, she could. If she could, my thing is with health wise, if you could run for a bus, you good money.
Word.
I'm serious. If you can't make it and somebody on your ass, then that's a problem. But if the way she's moving around, she's on the stage performing better than people who are a third of her size. So I think that's what was carrying her up until this point. That I'm performing is not a health, it's not a detriment, but people just going on the appearance. And what she needs to understand that it's not only her, that all of our women are going to be shamed at one point to change how they look in this industry. They did it to Kim, they did it to Foxy. You understand what I'm saying? They did it to everybody who came through the game. Shit, Pepper was out of the game and her ass went up under the knife. You middle-aged, what you going up under the knife for? Because again, you trying to fit in some format that ain't none of us black dudes asked you to be in.
Word.
You allow the industry to create a figment of imagination in your head that way you want to bleach your skin or you want to make it up to death or you want to get injected in your ass or your breast or all type of other shit. Cut half your chin and cheek off. That shit is not nothing that we asked for. Because again, we appreciated you coming through the door. I don't think there's any one of them who made these changes that black men didn't appreciate coming through the door.
Shout out to Lady K Speaks for the donation. Well, this is what I feel, bro. I think that, see, we got different type of men. You have men that are like us, that are grounded, love black women, every aspect of a black woman, big, small. Of course, some of us do have a preference. I'm just a person who really don't have a preference. I don't like a woman too big, but I don't mind women with weight on them. That never ever bothered me. Like, I never, you know what I'm saying? I never been like, oh, she too fat or whatever the case may be. And even if you are, or you do have a little weight on you, and if I take a liking to you, I will help you lose weight because I did it. You know what I'm saying? So that's not going to hinder me from encountering good people based off their weight. But then we have industry standards, right? That we didn't set though. We black men from where we come from did not set industry standard. So industry standard became what other black men in the industry want a certain piece of arm candy. So a dude to take Lizzo down for the clout. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, I did that for the clout, but ain't nobody trying to like ain't nobody trying to really like wife her or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it would
But
be
we don't know that.
No, I'm talking about it would be arranged though. I'm talking about publicly. I'm not talking about men that we don't know. I'm talking about publicly. They would put her in they're not gonna let somebody like her mess with an ordinary Joe. How many people in the industry mess with somebody that's not famous too?
Well, that's because we know the secret allegiances and alliances that they make, because they don't want no average or what they call somebody outsider getting any of that bread. So that's why they matched them up. Yeah, that's exactly why they matched them up like that.
Exactly.
Because they don't want that bread to come up out of the industry. And they scared that one of these regular dudes, or if it's a dude with a regular chick that's not an industry chick, that may be, a corporate lawyer or a nurse or something, to show them where to funnel some of that bread so it's coming out of the industry. They keep that in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And that's evident by who you see deal with who.
Mm-hmm.
It's evident because they know that bread got to come right back.
Yep.
These arranged marriages and shit like that. It's like I said with Stevie and Faith. I know what that shit is. That's all publishing. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? They don't want that shit to go nowhere, because that makes no sense to me at all, whatsoever. That's an industry ploy. And when they not in tune with the industry that we know about, sooner or later it comes back that, oh, this is who such and such was.
Mm-hmm.
It's all, I have not seen anybody unconnected or untied to the industry through some type of hierarchy or family background that got up in there. None. They all been connected. We could go all the way back to Sam Cooke and them. Them people married within the industry or somebody who has some ties. That's why they kids now are the ones. There's no accident. If you trace any of them back, they all got a tie to the industry. It's like Aaliyah through her peoples. You dig what I'm saying? All of them.
Mm-hmm.
All of them got some tie. They somebody mama, somebody daughter, somebody cousin, somebody got an industry tie, even if it's a lowly writer or composer, right? Or if they into acting, their parents were agents or some tie to it. You rarely see an outsider in that industry getting any type of bread. But the standards that they set is kind of crazy. And that shit happened new. We talking like in the 80s, because I don't see it in the past where you had Aretha and Gladys and Patty and all of them having to change their appearance other than makeup and maybe what they wore and how they presented themselves and how they spoke.
All due respect, I'm not being disrespectful. Rest in peace to her. She's one of the greatest ever. But Aretha Franklin titties, man, what was going on after a while? I was like, yo, come on, man. What are we doing here? Like, it just was what it was, man.
That's what come with it. If you not
it was like,
working,
yo, hold on, what are we doing here? Let me get to the super chat really quick. Cashman Black says, Thank you for the donation. It says Lizzo constantly uplifts and worship white men. So should us brothers really be concerned about her since she constantly uplifts other groups of men? I say yes, because even though she does that, you're going to have some young black women who are going to worship her and take after her. And they laughing at me with the Aretha Franklin. I'm saying Aretha Franklin shit was crazy, man. Even some people used to be like, yo, what are we
Uh-huh.
doing? But anyway, you're going
And
to
to
have
and to address, yeah, to piggyback off of that, I want him, well, whoever was that posed the question in the chat, what female black artist that you have that doesn't speak to and uplift and present those dudes in your face? There's very few that stood tall for black men, period. Besides Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, it's a few, but the majority of them, especially when they cross over, they don't mention us at all. At all. And you won't see them with us at all.
Yeah.
It's a very few who come through that are conscious, and again, look where they at. And though they may big us up, I don't see too many of them rocking with us that's outside of the industry on their own. That's why they all fall on that sword.
And also reason why I'm saying that is because you know, it is going to be young black girls who are, you know, big and again, you know, sadly, society is not meant for you to take on your heroes and sheroes in your community. It's meant for you to take on your heroes and sheroes on social media and socialites and what you see on television and stuff like that. You know, we all growing up at one point, you know, besides like it I can't, I don't remember wanting to be like nobody, but like one of my uncles or somebody like that, or you know, looking up to my uncle. My uncle was a DJ, so I follow in his footsteps. Now we don't even be wanting to be like anybody in our family no more. Like your mom's might be a doctor. I mean, like I ain't being no doctor. Your pops might be a carpenter. I mean, I ain't being no carpenter. Yo, I'm trying to I'm trying to get this money. You know what I'm saying? But your pops took care of you the whole way doing that. And it's almost like if you look at the Bronx Tale, it was the same thing. You could be like me, the
Right.
bus driver, or you could be like him, but look how he gonna end up. You know what I'm saying? And it happened like that. So even with even with the industry, the young girls have access now to the industry. It's not like before you had to get the source, you had to get double XL, you had to get Vibe, you had to get Word Up. Now it's right here. So they're seeing
Right.
stuff in real time. And I think that we sleep on real time. Real time is real time. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to the super chat really quick. Cashmere Black said again, it could be self-hate as well. I mean, little surgery to make yourself look like Pamela Anderson when Little Kim was gorgeous before the surgery. I agree with that. But again, like, so what's happening is that we're in a situation where what's going on right now, what you see, you just want to emulate it. Like, how many dudes is walking around with their hat on their head like T.I.? You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? How many people when Jay-Z was like, put it on the button up? I remember seeing dudes outside with button ups on. I'm like, yo, why y'all got on dress shirts? Oh, nah, we ain't wearing jerseys no more. I'm like, yo, y'all look like y'all going to assembly or something like that. Like, are you going to church? Nah, we ain't doing
Shit,
it.
we could go back to, I seen, you know how many dudes I seen get a coochie because the big dudes wearing cool, and then they don't wash the shit, so now they just big and musty with a coochie on in the tunnel.
Because if you wash it, all the strains gonna come out because it was fake.
So I'm like, come on, you know, again, you want to emulate this, but the problem is that in society, I'm seeing so many black women alter themselves for no apparent purpose. Because me as a man, I hate this shit. I don't put that shit on, and I don't know who the fuck you are up under it. You will look a totally different person. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So now we at a point where they looking at these women and thinking that they're getting the attention because that they altered themselves, and not understanding that they're getting the attention because of the occupation. You dig what I'm saying? And the knife and the injections and all this other crazy shit that looks just weird. It looks weird. So I'm saying you are a natural beauty, and then you go to the Mac store and you get slapped up with a whole bunch of cake. And it's like, yo, you don't look, what is that? But because somebody say, yeah, I'm done up. This is this. Nah, that ain't it.
Let me.
And when it plays in their head
Mm-hmm.
and they can't do without it, that's problematic.
Let me interject really quick. Also, see my thing is this, right? At the end of it all, did you freeze?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all right. Because I'm like, you sit there like this. I'm like, like what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Also, yo, sixth floor. Let me tell you something really quick in the chat. The sixth floor. I'm about to roof you off the roof. You ain't gonna be on the sixth floor. You're gonna be off the roof. Say one more thing I don't like, because it ain't like you a contributor. You're not a donator. None of that. You just in there talking dumb shit. So I will get you up out of here. Go to them other weirdo dudes chat room with that bullshit. All right. So back to the topic. See, my thing is this. When you have situations whereas industry, when you look at the industry men, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have industry men that is a minority though, because where I'm from, where you from, ain't no offsets in the hood. Ain't nobody walking around like Offset. Ain't nobody walking around like Future. So at the end of it all, when you see these type of men and women are trying to conform to these type of men because, yeah, he bought his chick a truck. He bought this, that, and the third. That shit is minute. It's more men like
Mm-hmm.
me and you and blue collar men than it is these dudes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to the ladies in the world abroad that's listening, that can hear my voice, you don't gotta try to conform to what you think these dudes like, because that's a minority. Like a real men, like real I'm talking about real men just want love, right? So of course everybody want eye candy, everybody want a bad chick or whatever the case may be, blah 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 blah. But look at a lot of these rappers' first baby moms. I always tell them, yo, oh, he only mess with dimes. So why
Right.
he put a baby in that? You know why? Because that was from around his way, and that's who was really down for him. Now, when he got on, he might have so-called upgraded or got the bad chick, but his first kid's mother was regular degular. You understand what I'm saying? Or didn't look good at all, because that's
Mm-hmm.
what who was down for him. He ain't had the money. You know what I'm saying? So for me and women, do what you do for yourself, right? If you feel like, yo, you had a baby, you had a child, his stomach don't look a certain way, you want to get a little tummy tuck, do that for that. You're not gonna have no more children, do that for that. If it's something about yourself that you don't like, I'm not telling you what to do or what not to do. That's not none of my business. But don't do it thinking that you're gonna attract these fucking clown shoes dudes, because they are a minority. You have to be in a certain place, certain space to attract those type of dudes. And then look at the type of women that they attract. Look how they treat the women that they attract, that they attract, and look how it's not really a happy marriage. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing for the show, and then when the show is over, when the curtain closed, hey, you know what I'm saying? That pumpkin gonna turn, that stagecoach gonna turn back into a pumpkin at 12. But you already done went and chopped your body up. You already went under the knife. You already did this and did that. Now you got complications of this. Now when we segue into K.Michelle, you got to get the ass you put in taken out.
Yeah.
Your ass is rotten. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Literally to the core, because who was you trying to attract? Now I remember when K.Michelle first came out, I was like, damn, she got a fatty. She got a fatty. I didn't, because we wasn't privy to the information of injections. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we didn't know. We just like, damn, Shorty got her. But then look how it almost killed her though.
Mm-hmm.
Was it really worth it though? Because what did you really get? You was in a situation with I mean, with all due respect, there was a rumor going around that your box was, smell a little Shabba Rankin. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's already a strike against you. You know what I'm saying? Then you have men who's breaking your heart and you making songs about it. Then this dude, Idris Alba, so-called uh Idris, whatever the fuck y'all however you want to pronounce his name, he so-called broke your soul. You didn't have nothing successful behind this fat ass. Nothing successful came behind it. You might have a moderate successful singing career, but as far as your love life and what you was trying to attract with a fat ass, it didn't work. So was it really worth it? And then your ass started rotting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
so you really think about it, you did all of that. You did all of that. But what did you get from it though? You didn't get nothing from it. But now you breaking down, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Now you breaking down, and then now you're on the screen. So every time you put yourself up, now everybody is going in on you because your appearance is changing every time we see you. It's almost getting, shout out to my sis, but it's getting a little Kimish. You know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, now your nose look different. So now you want to say, basically, do you believe me or your lying eyes? That's basically what we're saying, because we could look at you and see that you did something. Me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because
Well, even if it's just makeup, the makeup change your appearance. This is what I'm saying.
yeah,
It's not you. You're not gonna wake up like that. Even
yeah,
if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just the makeup, you're not waking up like that. You got to add on to it. And my thing is, I just get tired of it because some of the baddest women are in the hood, are in the community, untouched. So why are y'all looking over there as the standard of beauty when y'all right there, the standard of beauty in the goddamn Target, in the grocery store, in the fucking laundromat?
Mm-hmm.
Why y'all over there
Mm-hmm.
looking at the standard when you are the standard? That's
Be-
the problem.
because it go back to what I said. You have these bozo dudes who act like they're spoiling women, right? And let me tell you what they do, because I don't think y'all know. These men they're gonna go buy you. They're going to go buy you that Rolls Royce truck and all that. But it's a 3 months lease. So they're gonna get it for you. Can't put too many miles in it. But what you gotta do, you're gonna take all the pictures with it. You're gonna flaunt the fact that this man got it for you, because it helps both of y'all. It's good. It's an image thing. A lot of stuff has become for the image. It's not for the real thing. You know what I'm saying? Anything authentic doesn't even get documented. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't even get documented.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it that it hits every media platform that this person bought her a truck? So what happens when the Quavo dude breaks up with the chick? He's taking that truck. Why? He had to take it back anyway. But women, I'm telling y'all, it's a 3 months lease. You can look it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm one thing I'm never gonna do is sit in front of y'all and lie and bullshit y'all for likes and views. I'm gonna tell you the truth. So what happens is dudes are doing this, and we're looking, and women are looking like, damn, I need me a Quavo. Yo, you're gonna be hard pressed to find you a Quavo, because it ain't too many Quavos. So now you're trying to set the standard because you look at the chick that he messed with. So now you're trying to emulate her looks, her waist, her ass, how everything's sitting up, her wig, how her wig, baby hairs, his tees and all that. And you're trying to emulate that. But then he'll just kick her to the curb and won't even mess with her no more and take the truck. You understand what I'm
Because
saying?
on the low, half of them dudes like Quavo are lip listed. So again, if you're looking at an industry standard, you're looking at
Exactly.
men who really don't appreciate women, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a problem.
Yeah. And again, let me get to the super chat really quick. My bad. Cashman Black, shout out to you. You've been really going in. Women gotta understand, you gotta bring more to the table than just circumference of your ass to keep a man worth his salt to commit, a man worth his salt to commit or marry you. But see, now let me tell you something though. again, people are marrying for the look. They're not marrying for love. You know, everything is for the look. How is this gonna make me look? How could this boost this? So that's why dudes that get married real quick and then get it a no, because at the end of it all, the marriage, like, I mean, let's just be honest, right? Not to bring him up because I don't want to gossip, but Jim Jones, how long he been married? How long he been messing with Chrissy? He just ain't marry her. You know what I'm saying? He just
Hey,
did. He just ain't do it.
hey.
You know, so again, when we dealing with this industry standard, the industry standard once was the industry. Now there is no, the lines are blurred for what is the industry, what is our everyday life, and what has nothing to do with that. Now you have people talking about shit at their job, and you are RN, you're supposed to be taking temperatures and giving out meds and shit, and you talking about, yo, Nicki Minaj, you know, fiance got, you know, it wasn't like that at one point. That shit was barbershop talk, beauty salon
Right,
talk.
right,
Now
right.
it's regular conversation. Now everybody is privy to the same information, and pop culture became the shit that we talk about all day, every day. So
Right.
crazy that people hit me and say, yo, could you talk about this? And I'll be like, absolutely not. I don't want to talk about that at all. You know what I'm saying? Because what that got to do with it? What does that have to do with anything? And
Well, you noticed that when you're away for a while,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
noticed the change. So I noticed the change as as we was building before. I told you, as soon as I touched town, I'm watching all of the uniforms for any aspect of society. I don't care if they was FedEx. I don't care if they were UPS. I don't care if they were Target. I don't care if they were Walgreens. I don't care if they the post office. And now you see nurses, CNAs, doctors, all that. Everything is tight, like spandex to the ass or everything. These are supposed to be uniforms. So now you done sexualized women all over in all aspects of society. So you go to walk in, you go in the emergency room with with a friend or a sick elder or somebody, and all the nurses ass and box prints in your face.
Yeah.
Because they shit is so tight. The ambulance driver, she come through, she jump out of the ambulance and put your man on the gurney. Her shit is in your face.
You like, damn, she got tight. A fat. Yeah.
Right, she got the fatty. Oh, officer such and such got the fatty. You go into Target. Everything is over sexualizing the woman. And why? Because y'all trying to compete with industry. The industry is made to entice. It's made to persuade so they can get you to buy the material, to buy the product, to buy the song, to go see the movie. So of course, those people in there are going to want them to always be in a sexually manipulative format when they present themselves to the outside audience. But when the general society take on them norms, come on, so I told you, I'm seeing 65-year-old women with tights on. 70-year-old elders with tights on.
Do they look good, though?
Doing?
Do they look good?
No, hell no. Come on, man. Your great grandma supposed to be running around like that.
You ain't messing with that
cougar? It just. Well, yeah, cougar. Listen, now if it's right, it's right.
That's what I'm saying.
It's right.
Oh,
but
man.
A lot of it isn't right. But again, they getting comfortable and being in this mindset to where everything is that first.
Yeah.
Where again, when you coming through different eras, that wasn't first.
Yeah, and you know it's
that was the last portion of what
hell no. But
people
bro,
wanted to see.
But bro, it's hard. They made it hard for you almost not to be a pervert though. You know what I'm saying? Because everything became sexualized, like whether you like it or not, because you're still a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a man. If I see as long, listen, only thing that I don't rubberneck on is I'm not gonna never cut my wisdom for that. You know what I'm saying? I never do that. But if I'm in a situation and you see something, you're gonna be like, just the natural reaction is like, damn. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you're
Right.
going to go to them and say nothing. But again, it's just, you can't put sheep in front of the hungry ass lion. So what they did was, and this is intentional to me, they intentionally over sexualized us to where we can't concentrate. That's all we think
Mm-hmm.
about is smash, smash, smash. And then like sometimes, I could, converse with different women, and when I be like, yo, I'm celibate, they be like, how? And I'm like, cause I am. Like, I'm not no dude who starved for box. You know what I'm saying? Like it, I like it just like everybody else, but I'm just not trying to transfer energies with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Once you
Well,
start,
again, like but it dehumanizes the woman
no, fuck
because if
that.
that's
Cause some
all
women
you
want to be,
doing
but
is,
some women want to be dehumanized. I'm just saying that for me,
oh yeah, well,
right?
not well again, but then that's an off balance
No, I'm just saying for me,
because you.
right? My thing is
Mm-hmm.
at where I'm at in life, right? I have goals, aspirations that I'm doing. Anything that's going to distract me from that shit, it just ain't worth it to me. And at the same time, yo, I just really feel like certain people in my presence, in my circumference, even touching me, yo, don't touch me, because some people really, really put energy on you that's like, yo, hold on. You just all the way distracted now. Like that's all you think about, yo, when we gonna get up and when we gonna get up and pipe again, when we gonna do this. So so what happens is you stop doing your job. You stop doing what you're supposed to be doing because you get entranced with this sex thing that shit is magical. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need to be creating certain magic with certain people, because you got good magic and then you got black magic. You know what I'm saying? And that shit
Mm-hmm.
is nothing that's gonna come from it. You understand what I'm saying? Like my thing, like where I'm at in my life like this, right? All right, I guess I'm Doggie Diamonds. I guess I'm somebody that's might be attractive to women, whatever the case may be, right? But if I don't have no intention for you, I'm not fucking with you. If I don't have no purpose for you and no intention, I'm just not gonna do it, because you're just gonna
Mm-hmm.
be wasting your time. And I'm not wasting my time or yours. You know what I'm saying? And again, if it's about just smashing, I did that shit 20 years ago. I was a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my thing is like, yo, you when I look at something like, yo, you ain't digest that shit yet. You still telling chicks you don't know you want to eat their ass and all types of crazy. Like, how you know she might have that K.Michelle? You know what I'm saying? Like you told my, but this is what's happening. This is what happened to us, to where we don't even know how to court no more. We don't even know how to just have regular conversation without something sexual coming into it, because that shit is just pushed on us. And then you look a little weird because it's like, yo, this nigga not even trying to pipe. You know what I'm saying? Because now the women sometimes are just like, yo, the women are aggressive now. You know what I'm saying? The
But
women
there's
are,
no purpose. There's no goals being set. You understand what I'm saying? If you feel that you are all right, if you feel that you have nothing else to work for, of course, you like, yo, okay, I got a gig, I got a whip, I got a little piece of crib. I just need my box hit on a regular basis.
mm-hmm.
So that's where your mind is always going to be, because you're content with what you already got, with what you already think that you have. So you got time to waste. Really, you got
I ain't got
time
no
to
time
waste?
to wait.
Okay,
I don't
this is
got
where
time to
it's at.
waste.
So you run into dudes that don't have nothing but time to waste because they ain't got
Yeah,
shit.
because they sitting there rolling up all day and sitting in front of the
Right.
store with red
So
cups.
again,
Yeah.
this is where it is. So that's what was disturbing to me about what she said too. She had said, I want the world to love me back. And I'm like, how can the world love you back when you gave the world your ass to love? They
Word.
love your ass. They don't love you. They don't love your craft. They don't love your song because it was overshadowed by your ass. So you in a space now where you looking for love, but you didn't lead with it. You dig? And that's what's going on with a lot of, because listen, let me tell you something. It's very rare that you're going to find women that think box first. It's rare. They try to make it seem like it's all that, but it's rare. that a woman is going to look at you and just say, yo, I want to hit that. She got to see something. You got to stimulate something other than her visual. You got to stimulate her mental. If her mental gets stimulated, then I can see the box being activated. But if she's just always on go with the box, there's an imbalance there. I don't care how much in tune with your body you are. If you could just keep piping different cats that you have no awareness about, you don't know them. They ain't stimulate you no other way, but you yourself is just hyper stimulated, then that's an issue. Because you're going to run into the wrong dude or dudes or chick or whoever. It's not that easy. It shouldn't be that easy to get a woman stimulated without her knowing something, without you making some type of mental connection. And that's what they doing with this industry and how they putting women in this space. They making it seem like all women think box first, and they don't. And they don't. Because I'm telling you, I walk up on you and you ready already, and I ain't say shit, that's problematic, yo.
Yeah.
It's different if they say, yo, oh, I watched him for 6 or 7 months. His mind frame is crazy. I want to give him some box. That's different than you just running up on somebody in the street. You don't know nothing about them and you getting stimulated. That shit is just crazy. But that's what they are perpetuating throughout the industry with all this talk. Because the last few women who dominated the industry was nothing but box first.
And they'll tell you, and they'll have all these records talking about this, that, and the third, and they be happily married or in a relationship, right? So the deal that the funny about that is that, you know, if not, and I don't want to pick on her, but let's just use her for example. Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? She's married. She done got cheated on. She done got seated publicly and all that. And I'm like, what? What happened to like Ozzy Davis and Ruby D? And you know, y'all don't want that type of love no more. Y'all want this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this toxic shit. Like that's what y'all think is cool. And it's all because they both possess material assets that everybody strive to have. You know, it has nothing to do with actual love anymore. It has something to do with material assets. It has something to do with, you know, fame and fortune. And that shit is just so short-lived. You know what I'm saying? And again, when we look at what's going on, it's all about, because my whole thing is just like, yo, I don't really care about nobody relationship, man. My shit be wacky as hell. So why I care about what somebody else is? You know, if you happy, you happy. But my shit be wacky. You know what I'm saying? Like my shit is just, yeah, I'm single now. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have time to be like, yo, I want that or I want this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you know, nowadays, you know, when you, because I communicate for a living, I talk for a living, so I could talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when I talk to certain women, I be like, that's how you really think?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is this is it. Like you're supposed to be the mother of civilization. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and again, it always goes back to what's going on in society. Did Spice really bleach her skin and shit? And I'd be like, yo, why do you care about that shit? Why are you following this shade room shit? Why do you care about any of that stuff? Like, what does that have to do with you having to get up and go to work? You having to iron your clothes? Like, how does this shit make you a function? You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's my word. That's word to everything I love. When I had the Rona and I watched TV as much as I ain't cut that TV on since. I just ain't cut the shit on. I just don't cut it. I just ain't cut it on because I felt like because I had to. Hold up. Cashmere Black says something. Doggy and Kareem, no disrespect, but y'all got over 800 folks watching live and only 4 super chats. Y'all got to tell the viewers to donate. You know what's funny though, Cashmere Black? You are the only one who has been donating. So shout out to you because that money that's in the super chat is all from you, and I think one other person. So shout out to you. But You know, one thing about me, if people got to do something on their own free will, I realize some people just gonna ride the
Mm-hmm.
train. You know, it's like the train. People just gonna jump on the train. I ain't gonna be yelling, pay your fare. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of it all, if somebody hit the like button and they didn't donate, fine. If they shared it and they didn't donate, fine. But if you hear you ain't donating or hitting like, come on, man, you gotta help. You know, and this
Well,
is the I just
I
gotta
don't want to cut you off.
yeah, yeah.
Look. I told you I just helped the young man.
Mm-hmm.
Sent $25 to the Cash App because he was in distress, wondering if he was having a panic attack or if he's suffering from some type of depression, anxiety. So again, the Cash App is going to do. I mean, the donating and the super chat going to do what it's going to do. But if I'm saving lives,
Mm-hmm.
that's my purpose. That's going to be my purpose. To those who just want to sit and steal information and then they don't share it at all, it's going to be behoove you because the little girl that you didn't share this with, that grow up and be super thought and end up with your son and have your son going through all type of issues and shit, that's going to be on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. We doing it for the love, but again, if this shit get cut short, I still got to do my job.
Mm-hmm.
You did. I still got to do my job.
And my
you did. Thank you. Salute to KK.
Yeah,
Thank you, KK. But
thing,
again,
no, but my thing is what bothers me is that it is 800 some people in the room and only 400 likes. The like is more important to me than any money because it helps you in this space to get the views, to get the you know, to get the views that we need and to get boosted up in this algorithm. That's very important. But shout out to Shy Rocks for the donation. Shout out to everybody who just donated. So my thing is this, like for the ladies,
image ain't everything. Matter of fact, image is nothing. Then y'all listen to the Sprite commercial, right? Thirst is everything. So if you really thirsting for love, if you really thirsting for self-acceptance, you got to find a different avenue. It can't be your image because that shit gonna fall apart.
With everybody.
No matter how many shots you get, your ass gonna get saggy one day. Your breast's gonna sag one day. Your face is gonna sag all that.
Yeah, you right.
All that.
And again, when you put yourself out there, in a certain way, you didn't have to do that. You know, I respect and we don't really know how she moved, and this is actually my homegirl. Look how Maya moved. We don't know who piping Maya. We don't know if she got served. We don't know none of that. She ain't even make no records. But when you look at Maya, Maya's still bad. It ain't really
I see her all the time because I follow her on IG.
Yeah, Maya.
She's in the Caribbean. She be working. She's still touring. But she comfortable in her space.
I got a question.
Right? You comfortable in your space. But again, I don't even know how she eat.
Yeah. And
I'm gonna be honest. There's certain people in the industry that you figure you like, how do they eat? How do they sustain? They've been outside of the machine so long. So you gotta, and those are the ones who should be engaged in these conversations and kind of mentoring new blood when they come through the door. They say, yo, nah, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. You understand?
I got a message for Maya though. Maya, if you see this, somebody send this to Maya. Could I get my Behold the Pale Horse book back?
She got your book.
She got my book.
That's a no. Never let nobody borrow your book. If you want to buy somebody a book, it's different. But once you loan it, it's gone.
Listen, one day, Maya came to the crib, and I was putting her on to, you know, the NWO and all that stuff. You know, and I was like, yo, nah, for real. This is what, and I was like, yo, I got a book for you to read. I gave her my Behold the Pale Horse. I'm like, read this book. And I lost contact with her. And I just always be like, yo, man, you got my book. Because it's funny though, because when you give somebody your book, yo, it could be mad 20 years later. Yo, you want your book back. Like, yo, I want my book. Yeah, I want my book back. But I gave her the book just hoping that she, you know, would get put on, because this is prior to the NWO. This is like 90, 97, 98. And she came to the
Okay, she's
crib.
not in the industry no more. She read the book. She might be reading it every day. I
Give me my
guarantee you that.
give me my
She
book.
ain't-
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was so busy trying to get her to understand what was about to happen. I'm like, yo, read this book, William Cooper. You know what I'm saying? And I gave she like, I'm gonna read it. But yeah, I gave her the book, and I just never never got the book back.
Again, and she you know, and it's quite a few who really didn't touch themselves and really didn't need to, and kind of navigated in that space. But again, they don't get mentioned because we know how the industry moves. If you're going to follow the format, if you're going to let them toy with you, if you're going to let them consume your mind and your brain, they're going to elevate you to the space where everybody can see you because they're making you look like a clown.
But look at this though, right? I'm gonna give you something deeper, right? Now this is the game and the Jedi mind tricks that the industry play with you, right? Sister Bell, thank you for the donation. This is what they do, right? Everybody in this industry has staff, have handlers, have assistants, have managers, have agents, have all this stuff, right? Somebody told you it was a good idea to go do A, B, and C with your body. Cause you don't just wake up and just say, yo, I'm going to get, plates injected into my chest. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to look diesel. You're gonna tell somebody, and somebody gonna be like, yo, you wildin'. Or somebody gonna be like, yo, go ahead and do it because this, that, and the third. Most of the time, it be the record labels, it be a lot of them telling people to do stuff, right? And then when you can't sell no records or nothing no more, they be the same people that got the situation. Hold on, we just got $100 donation. I gotta get to you. Brother Karim, you was dropping that fire old school facts. We lost our morals and commitment to family, and we let the outsiders dictate bad culture to us. The smartphones and social media damage our women. Shout out to Lord Hybrid. Thank you for that donation. I never got a donation that high, so shout out to you. Yeah, yo. So what happens is, right, the industry rock with you, and they watch you do all of this crazy stuff, and then they just discard you. Like, yo, she can't sell no records no more. She got bad press, and I want y'all to know that a lot of these record labels, a lot of these managers, they have relationships with these platforms. You know what I'm saying? So you hear all the time how people be saying, yo, they was paying DJ Academics to put this up. They was paying this person. They was paying. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff be paid for, right? So you got a situation with like with K.Michelle, the one, it could be somebody in her own camp leaking stuff. You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody in her own camp preying on their downfall. That's why they be having falling outs with their people, because people be watching her know, yo, her ass was leaking the other day. You know what I'm saying? It'd be so much like, yo, her ass was leaking, yo, her ass burst. How do we know that? She's not gonna go to the press and tell nobody. It be people right in they right in they camp.
Cause look who they have around them. Reality TV been showing you that.
Yep.
People don't care about them.
Yep.
At all. And they the worst of the worst. Some of them people are really mentally off.
Hell yeah. Especially
them limp wrist dudes they be having around them. They really are off.
Yeah.
It's not no act. Them dudes is off. But they serve the purpose to the industry, to the machine. They serve the purpose. They don't have nobody solid around them, because nobody solid gonna sit in that bullshit and think, like, what?
Yeah,
Yo,
right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Word.
You don't need that shit.
Word.
And those are the ones they force out there. That's your peoples, and they can't come around no more. And now you know, again, it's a domestic violence relationship between the artist and the industry, because they isolate you from your people. So they have all power and control. So you believe that shit. You believe that shit. Because, I mean, at what point did really, when we looking at Pepper, at what point did she ever have to do any of that dumb shit?
You know, Pepper was my favorite out of Salt and Pepper, too. In Spinderella. It was always Pepper.
What? What did she ever have to do? She would have aged out gracefully.
Can't be
Tore your whole shit up.
Can't be Father Time though. So you trying to beat Father
Nah.
Time?
She would have been. Listen,
I'm saying she tried to beat Father Time and go under the
There
knife.
was nothing wrong. It was nothing wrong at all. At all. There's nothing wrong. You do what you do and you keep it moving.
I don't even
Fuck,
know.
Shantae ain't touched nothing. What's Shantae saying? Shantae ain't touched shit.
Yeah, neither did like MC
Neither
Light.
did MC Light.
Yeah, Antoinette, none of them.
And none of them. In that whole era. So what you doing? Again, trying to reinsert yourself into the industry, trying to get back into that pool full of snakes and snails and all type of dumb wicked shit.
Frogs and snails and puppy dog tails.
Right, exactly. And they got you going up in there. Now what?
Yeah.
Now you don't know what the hell you looking like or got to do. You twisted it out, and for what? For what? Our black women don't need to be touched. That melanin is strong. You don't need to be touched. You don't need no additives and nothing. Your mom's told you wash up, wash your face. Here, take this fucking Vaseline and you good.
Right.
Fuck is we doing now with this MAC and lip this and lip that and all? Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What the hell happened to Serena?
Nah, that ain't it.
Serena Williams too. Her face is just white. What happened to her?
Come on. Well, again, that's a psychological order because of who she dealing with. Once you start dealing with them, and there's no slight into it, but it just don't mix. So you deal, and then you're not only dealing with them, you having seeds by them. So your head is not in the right space.
You the darkest one in the house, so you like, yo, hold up, I gotta fit in with them.
Come on. None of that's not, you have to. That's not just something you could just do. And again, people, you love who you love, you be who you with, you rock with, but it's just not. So you have to really, really, that's something you gotta be into, be used to have a seed like that. Or for Eve to be embracing like that, especially at that level. You talking about somebody that these people coming from Compton, Philly, they coming from the inner city hood with strictly melanated family background, and because you at a certain financial level, you just do that to that degree. It ain't like you just move fooling around. Serena been there several times. You was dealing with Brett Ratner. Like, come the fuck on, you know?
Yeah. Now that was wild. But you know what's even so deep? The smack in the face of it all was her pops was trying to keep them away from that for so long.
Right.
And that's the first thing they ran to. The same dudes that they pops
so
were trying to keep.
So now your image ain't even it, because it's already here, like we spoke earlier. Ghetto mentality and behaviors up here. So in order to move out of it, you got to break from here. So if a woman is not confident up here in what she's seeing in her reflection, then she's liable to do anything. Anything. The reason why we push you up because we think that you are perfect the way you are. I'm even seeing some of the real thick ones losing all type of weight, looking crazy because they want to be in that mix with them. The Dominican chick from Love and Hip Hop, before she was even stateside, I was checking for her on IG because she was already a star in Latin America.
Oh, you talking about the Mara, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at her now. She like a size 4. Fuck is you doing?
Yeah. She was always bad to me.
Right. Dark skin, flawless. But because you want to be in that so much, you lose your mind.
Meanwhile,
and now that's the standard.
No, but meanwhile, they want what you gave up.
Right.
And want what you gave up. So now
Right, and it's disheartening because again, if Lizzo is really in such a dire straits, it doesn't match. If your mind is and your heart is in a dire straits, then again, do what you got to do for you, and you shouldn't be, again, no. How many times we don't win at Jay and said some crazy shit, Nas or whoever? They don't hear that. We don't
yeah,
never. They don't never.
yeah, right, yeah.
Because they so up here with it. So she should be in a space where she's not hearing that.
Yeah.
How that shit affecting you like that, but nothing else is.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me them Euros ain't saying shit behind your back and say, oh, you're a little portly. Maybe you could lose a little something. You mean to tell me that I know for a fact they are.
But you worry about Instagram comments.
Right, but because it's coming from what you perceive as us, you want us to embrace and love you in a different space. So when the critique coming from the peanut gallery and the critique is coming from us who's saying, nah, you don't need to be over there like that. Now you feel the ways about it. Now you crying on the gram. Same with K.Michelle, you crying on it. She cried on the gram several times.
Word.
Because of what people see. You shouldn't even be hearing that shit if you that comfortable with it.
Word.
You that comfortable with, that's what you led with. Again, that industry will tear you up.
What did Jay-Z
say? So our
say?
black women in the street don't need to be following no industry standard.
But what did Jay-Z say? I'm in the air. I don't hear y'all niggas corny raps. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm flying out.
Right. I'm too fly. I'm up here.
Mm-hmm.
So they not hearing none of that. They're not hearing no, and it's painful to watch, melanated women go through that shit.
Yo, you know what's funny, right? Even when people say shit about me and people bring it to me and they always got a disclaimer, yo, I'm not trying to instigate. Yes, you are, because I don't care. I don't listen. I don't sit around looking for people to run their mouth about me in a negative way. So what makes you think that you had to bring that to my attention? I don't care. Like, I don't care. What do you want me to do? Go kill him? Like, what do you want me to do? And I've had people say to me, are you going to address? Absolutely damn not.
Right.
Let this person live with whatever they think is their truth, right? If Joe Schmo said I such and such, if you don't know me long enough to know my character, to know that they're full of shit, because they've been proven to be full of shit time and time again, but now this one time it's real and you want to believe them because it's about me, then believe what you want to believe. That shit don't bother me. Let me get to these super chats. Cashmere Black, Karim and Doggy, what y'all think of the sisters who go over, get advice from Kevin Samuels? He's a popular YouTuber. That's that. You know what? At the end of the day, that's his thing. That's his stick. I ain't really got nothing to say about it because I don't watch it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even really know what he say or do. And then there's women who want to get put on that Summer Jam screen. So they going to go over there. They going to give him the bread and they going to do what he got to do. So that's how he earn his income. That's how he do what he do. I ain't got a nickel in that quarter, as my cousin Tad like to say. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? It
He's a father sucker for all I care. I don't care nothing about him.
I don't even, you know, it's funny. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what he does. Like, I just don't know. Like, I've never watched it. You know what I'm saying? I watched
him several times because, again, that's his core. And again, because somebody may have sent a video or and it was controversial here and there. And if you attacking or downgrading or trying to devalue black women, I'm going to watch.
But now,
again,
let's defend him. Let's defend him for a second. He's not pulling people in. They're going there. They're going there willingly. So if you're gonna go there, and as Kwame Brown would say, if you're gonna go there and get your drawers kicked in your ass, we can't get mad at him for doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? Again, if somebody tell me, yo, they clapping down the block, I'm not gonna go down the block and I get clapped. And I be like, yo, man, they clapped me down there. And somebody like, yo, I told you they was clapping down there. So if you go on there and he put you on that Summer Jam screen and he say the wildest things about you, that's what you wanted. I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at the people who go on it. Just don't listen. Anything that we don't want to deal with, we don't have to. It just so happens that we like to deal with stuff and then complain about it. It is what it is. Don't go over there. If you don't like what he's saying, if you don't like what he's doing, if you think he's going to be disrespectful, how could you go in there? How could you, first of all, if you're a confident individual and you know about yourself, how could you go to somebody and say, yo, criticize me? Ain't no such thing as good criticism. Criticism is just that. Somebody's going to say something bad. So if you go in there and you're going to get criticism, I never heard a good criticism. I heard a good feedback, but criticism is always has a negative connotation to me. You know what I'm saying? So if you go in there and you're going to have somebody sit there and he's so-called disrespecting black women, that's fucking black women watching him. So how wrong could he be for doing what he doing if they gonna go there and watch it? He's not wrong to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with you. He's not wrong. Now a lot of men might be mad because we like, yo, nah, you can't be doing that to the sisters. But the sisters is going to get their drawers kicked in their ass, giving them money. I can't mad at somebody for being.
The critique of the individual is one thing. But when he puts it in a broad stroke of a big, thick paintbrush, and he's saying all of them, or this particular group here, and trying to say what a high value man is, when I know most of them high value men, based on his standard of what it is, are either one, sucking a Euro scrotum sack, or two, limp-wristed, or three, have no connection to what it is to be a melanated man, that's an issue for me. That's an issue for me. Because he putting it, because if you got, 100, 200,000 a year, you a high value dude, when I know motherfuckers who sell crack that make 200,000 in 4 months. So that's a high value dude?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And people ran to it, and you had a lot of dudes running to it on the man box, soapbox shit. Yeah, we, and trying to play women like that. When I read them all day, dude, you ain't intelligent at all, and a whole bunch of them women that made you feel inadequate. So now you want to chastise them. Now you want to feel, because you got a space and people paying attention to you, that your word is law, that you got black man law, and you the furthest thing from any real black man. Now the furthest from it.
But now look, somebody say he live right now with 10,000 people in his chat room. We got 900.
Yeah.
So what?
Again, it is what it is. But I'm not going to stop.
No,
I
we
care less about it.
Yeah.
I can care less about it, because one thing I know, none of them ever asked me to show up. None of them. I don't care who you put up there. Any of them that got them high profile platforms, they don't never want to see me at all. At all. I put all of them in tears. I don't care who you put up against me. None of them. Intellectually, none of that. They can't see me nowhere. In the street, at a boardroom, nowhere. And definitely couldn't be behind no wall with me. So I don't care about none of them. But one thing I will say, anybody that has anything in their heart that's solid against black women is a failure, and gonna always be a failure. That's it. I run with the melanated strength of the black queens, man. They done held me down since I was in the street. They held me down since I was born. So I can't rock with that. That's why I want to keep it firm and tell them to stop touching yourself. Stop getting into a Eurocentric mentality when it comes to your appearance. Leave your shit alone. Leave it alone. You want to make any adjustments, take your ass to the gym.
Yeah, we'll put that fork down.
That's it. Ain't nothing wrong with y'all. Nothing. Stop that shit. Throw that Mac shit out. Save your bread. Save your fucking bread. That's what killed me. And some of them, they take the Mac off, ain't nothing there. Not a blemish, nothing. What are you doing? Chicks 3 times darker than me, wearing matte. The hell are you doing? Shit is flawless, and you got on that dumb shit, looking like a clown. Cut it out.
Yeah. All right. On that note, man, I think we could close out now. You know what I'm saying? We did
Yeah,
two.
we need to.
Yeah,
We need to.
we did two
And any
shows today.
sisters that has aspirations of going into the industry know what they're going to do to you. Know that they're going to want to not only molest you, you know, in the most literal sense, but in the figurative sense, they're going to want to molest your mind and have you believing that you need more to enhance your beauty other than your skill and your natural ability to present yourself to us the way that you was already given to us. Know that. And if you in the street and if you not of the industry, there's no reason for you to be looking like that in the damn neighborhoods. The hell you doing going in the neighborhood looking like Cardi B, and your asses is going to the fruit stand or going to get every chicken wings. You keep believing that shit. You throw it on just to go to the bodega, and you know what's at the bodega. The wolves is out there. And you might get your shit popped. You might get your head splatted for that little bag or them little furry slippers or something you're trying to stun on people in the hood with. Cut it out. Stop listening to this industry like that.
And I do want to say, anybody who stands before you and don't tell you that you're beautiful for who you are, what you are, is not a friend to you. Because it had to been something about you that they was attracted to in the first place. So anybody who think that they can stand before you and critique you and change you and tell you you need to nip and tuck and all this, get away from them anyway. Because anything about you that you might be lacking in or you need improvement with, you already know that. So nobody should be able to come and tell you, you need to do this or you need to do that. Especially not no old middle-aged white man telling you what you need to do with yourself. And if it's
especially if it's a physical appearance, because everybody gonna love something different about everybody. Just like you said, man, listen, I don't fuck what you are. Yeah. You could be light bright or you could be purple.
Tell me one man that don't like Jill Scott.
I couldn't find one. I can't find one.
Now unless they wrist is just all the way broke.
They wrist is broke. That's it.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is that don't let nobody stand before you and tell you what you need to do to be better, because you probably already know that. You probably already know you might need to hit the gym. You probably already know that you need to tone up. You probably already know all these things. You know what I'm saying? And if they say, yo, we gonna get you a personal trainer and all that, that's a good thing. But when they say, yo, you could just correct this right there, you see that? All we gonna do is lift that. It don't work like that. Because once they touch that, it's like going to a mechanic. You went there for your brakes. Now you done pay $800 for a new oil pan, brakes, transmission fluid and all that. You like, yo, hold on, I just came here for brakes. Yeah, but this is messed up, this messed up. So that's what they start doing. You know what I'm saying? They start tugging on you. And then you get into these circles with women who've been doing that. You know what I'm saying? And they start telling you about their doctors, referring you to their doctors, because the next time they go, they're going to get PC. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're going to get PC. They're going to get 10,000 off because they sent you and you paid $100K for them to fix your nose and all that. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, yo, sometimes you just got to have a big ass nose, man. This is what it is. Sometimes you got a big nose. Sometimes you just got a big ass nose. Sometimes you got big lips. So, yo, sometimes you just got a big ass nose. So look at it like this, right? If you got a big ass nose and your mama had the same big ass nose, you trying to say your mama ugly? Trying to say your daddy ugly? You understand what I'm saying? Because now you're starting to alter your appearance to where you start not to even look like a family member anymore. Many of us have family traits. Many of us have family traits that make us look like family. So what happens when I go alter something that's part of my family trait? You know what I'm saying? Some families, everybody got the same nose. Some families, My family just happened to have bags under their eyes. Everybody, even little Zori got them. You know what I'm saying? So if I do something about it, sometimes it takes you away from what your family look at. So if you go alter something about yourself, you basically saying your mother was ugly. You're basically saying your grandmother was ugly. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't let nobody call your grandmother ugly. You wouldn't let nobody call your mama ugly. So why are you doing certain shit to yourself? But with that, man, I am Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds No Filter. Until next time, we are out of here. Peace.
Peace, peace.
Make sure you click subscribe, youtube.com/DoggieDiamondsTV. Until next time, peace.